Sports.
We are Sports. We are San Diego.
With the All-Star break just around the corner, the Padres hope to end the first half on an upswing. But after losing 3 of 4 to the Dodgers, the Padres must now face the best hitting team in the National League. The Cubs feature the flair Javier Baez, and they get a boost from former NL MVP Chris Bryant, fresh off the DL, as they battle for the top spot in the NL Central. Freddie Galvis has been spectacular with the glove. Will Myers has been hot with the bat, and the Friars hope to catch the fever too. Cubs, Padres, next. We welcome you to Petco Park in San Diego as the fans make their way in for Game 1 of a 3-game weekend series between the Chicago Cubs and the San Diego Padres. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Well, Will Myers has been on fire for the Padres. 2 stints on the DL. Comes back. Going to take a little while to get his feet wet, but now he is back and really hitting the ball.
A couple of things. He's feeling very comfortable at the plate, and he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand quite well, and the results have been just magnificent for the Padres outfield. The last 6, 10 for 24. Since being off the DL, June 21st, his on-base percentage is .704. That's the 3rd highest in the National League. He's taking walks as well. He's got great discipline of the strike zone. The extra bases are coming in bunches, and he's crushing mistakes, Don. Usually when guys are slumping, they're swinging through, they're fouling them back. Not Will Myers. He is crushing mistakes. If they're not doubles in the gap, they're home runs over the wall, so stay hot.
Meanwhile, the defensive player of the year last night, but this guy's been great all season long. It's been fun to watch, Freddie Galvis.
Pitchers have got smiles from ear to ear when they see Freddie Galvis. In this play last night, we've seen shortstops go to their left, spin and throw, but from his knees and the accuracy and having Hosmer over there at first, this is a really good thing for the Padres, and pitchers love it. Anything hitting that general area, they're good to go.
Well, the Chicago Cubs are here. They're a game back in the National League Central. The Milwaukee Brewers, as they come into this series, they're a very good team.
Well, the Chicago Cubs in 5 offensive categories, they're number 1. Runs, average, hits, on-base percentage. Javier Baez, probably the most exciting player on the Cubs. He's stolen base twice this year, stolen home. Most improved is Jason Hayward, off the DL with a home run. Very solid Chris Bryant, and then John Lester, probably their best pitcher right now.
Well, coming up, Freddie Galvis has been fun to watch all season long. Fun for his teammates as well. We'll hear from his manager, Andy Green, next when Bob Scanlon joins us from Petco Park after this.
Base hit up the middle, right? No! Freddie Galvis out of nowhere. The diving play from the knees. Perfect throw over to first base to get the out. One of the most outstanding plays that we've seen from a Padres shortstop, and we've seen a lot of great ones from Freddie Galvis, but even that one raised the bar a little bit. So we asked Andy Green if he would rank it. Here's what the skipper had to say.
Highlight reel, best play of the year. I think he's made some other big plays in like bigger circumstances right there, but that was from a highlight reel perspective, probably as fun as you'll see all season. It was special. I hadn't seen somebody move on their knees like that and finish off a play, so I didn't go back and watch it. I'm sure it got some attention on TV last night, but I was clearly impressed.
The former infielder certainly appreciating the effort right there. And what's so impressive is Freddie Galvis isn't just flash. As Andy said, he comes up with the big plays in the big moments as well. That was a big one, and he hopes to put up some solid defense again tonight. The Padres will take on the Cubs. Game one of a 3-game set. Clayton Richard going for the Padres. He'll try to get things going. Padres, Cubs, first pitch coming up next, right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
Company by Cadillac. Visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. And by Jack in the Box. This season, Padres home run score. Free Jumbo Jacks only at Jack in the Box. Well, a beautiful night tonight in San Diego for game one of this 3-game series between the Padres and the Chicago Cubs. Time now for the weather report, brought to you by your always sunny San Diego Honda dealers. 74 degrees, northwest breeze at 6 miles per hour. The forecast fair for the remainder of the night. I don't see a cloud in the sky as we get it started for tonight's game. Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, Bob Scanlon with you as the Padres continue the homestand and welcome Joe Madden and the Chicago Cubs into town. Let's check out the Cubs starting 9. Anthony Rizzo leading it off at first base. Albert Almora Jr. in center field with Chris Bryant at third base. Javier Baez at second base. Wilson Contreras doing the catching. Addison Russell at shortstop bats 6th. Ben Zobrist in right field bats 7th with Ian Happ in left. And Tyler Chatwood bats out of the 9th spot, the Cubs pitcher. The former Cub, Clayton Richard, on the mound tonight for the Padres.
The 34-year-old left-hander making his 20th start. He leads Major League Baseball in ground ball rate. That's 57%. Uses the grass. Infielders will be busy, and tilt on the slider is a big key. Not only swings and misses, but also tilt on the slider helps him with ground balls as well.
Yeah, leading it off here is Anthony Rizzo, the former Padre. Stands in on the left side. He's been leading off from time to time. Going to the shift on the right side on Rizzo. And the first pitch of the ball game in there for strike one. Rizzo hitting at .236 coming in, 12 homers and 59 runs batted in. Cubs began their West Coast trip by dropping 2 out of 3 in San Francisco. Lost both games in extra innings. 11 innings on Monday, 13 innings on Wednesday. Grounded into the shift on the right side. It's Villanueva. Goes to first for out number 1.
Padres defense behind Clayton Richard is brought to you by Nissan. Hey, in right field, Travis Jankowski. No errors last 174 plus innings. Manuel Margot in center. Will Myers in left. On the infield, third to first, Villanueva, Galvis, Asuaje, and Hosmer. Behind the plate, putting down the signs, will be Austin Hedges.
Cleaned up his look, too, I noticed.
Yeah, he shaved the mutton chops and the mustache. The Ofer was the reason behind that one.
One down and brings up Albert Almora Jr.
You know, Don, you mentioned that series up in San Francisco. That was a series that could have gone either way. They could have swept the Giants. They could have been swept. They were close games.
This one fouled off to the right out of play. So it ends up that they dropped 2 out of 3 there. Played 35 runs over 3 games from June 29th through July 1st. They've scored 33 runs in 8 games since, including just 7 in the just completed entire series against the Giants. First time the Padres and Cubs have met this season. Padres took 4 of 6 from the Cubs in 2017.
Well, I won't lie to you. The Padres and Clayton Richard have their work cut out for them tonight because the Cubs offensively, they rank first in a lot of offensive categories. But if Clayton Richard is on his game and gets a lot of grounders, it's going to be tough for the Cubs to elevate, right? They're first in average, first in runs, first in hits. They don't ground into a lot of double plays. They're first in that category, grounding into fewest double plays. And they play with a loose attitude, too, you might notice, the Chicago Cub team.
1-2 pitch. And that is up and away. 2-2. Richard has faced the Cubs just once since being released by the Cubs in August of 2016. Fly ball down the right field line, headed towards the seats and out of play. Last June, he gave up 2 runs in 6 1/3 innings. Ended up with a no decision. Richard coming off another no decision in Arizona on Sunday, in which the Padres eventually won 4-3 in 16. Back up the middle into center field, and a base hit for Almora. 1-out single for the Cubs center fielder. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Richard versus Chatwood, right? Well, take a walk with Chatwood because I tell you what, there might be a flip a coin tonight with him. He's having trouble throwing strikes. You don't know where that ball's going to be going, so be patient, get some multiple walks, and Richard remained grounded like that last hit. It was a grounder. He got fisted. It was an 18 hopper. Just didn't happen to find the glove. That's going to happen. Hopefully a lot of the grounders go right to the infielder's gloves.
1 out and 1 on for Chris Bryant. On the ground, third base way as Villanueva goes to second for 1, on to first for 2. 5-4-3 on the twin killing that'll end the top of the first inning. Padres are coming up. to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Travis Jankowski leading it off and in right field with Carlos Asuaje at second base. Will Myers in left. Eric Hosmer at first base bats fourth. Christian Villanueva at third base with Freddie Galvis at shortstop. Manuel Margot at center field bats seventh. Austin Hedges does the catching eighth. And Clayton Richard out of the ninth spot for the Padres. Tyler Chatwood, the former Colorado Rocky, on the mound tonight for the Cubs.
Signed a 3-year deal this offseason. 28-year-old making his 17th start. Fastballs and cutters. He will mix in the slider and a curveball, but on the wild side, a couple of times this year he's walked as many as 7. He's walked 5 times.
Grounded up the middle, ranging from shortstop is Russell. His throw is going to be close and just in time. Jankowski believes he beat it out. Points to the dugout. Wants a challenge. We'll see.
This was very, very close, and I'll be honest with you, not just because it's Travis Jankowski, but in real time I thought he was safe. I got safe.
Padres are going to challenge, and I'm with you. I think he beat it out.
Just before the ball hit the back of Anthony Rizzo's glove. Looks like Travis's foot was in contact with the pillow.
So the Padres challenging this in the first inning. Crowd seeing it here, and they react to it on the big board. We'll see. And he is indeed safe. So call overturned on the field. Base hit for Travis Jankowski to start the bottom of the first inning. Lead runner on for the Padres here in the bottom of the first inning. It brings up Carlos Asuaje. 212, 2 homers, and 16 runs batted in. 55th game for Asuaje, who has spent time this year in El Paso as well, AAA. And he'll take strike one. Tyler Chatwood has gone 11 straight starts without completing 6 innings. It's the longest streak for a Cubs pitcher. Throw to first base and back to the bag is Jankowski.
Don, you look at his line day by day, his starts, and it's very inconsistent. There's a lot of 5s there, then 4.2, and then 2.2, 2+, 5 again, 4. So very inconsistent as far as giving you consistent innings, maybe 6 or 7 frames.
Another throw over. Jankowski crossing over to get back to the bag.
Unlike Clayton Richard, who is very consistent in giving you 6+.
And Chatwood roughed up in his last 2 starts, giving up 7 runs in each. Twins and Reds both getting to him. One foul back to the screen. 0-2.
I'll tell you what, there was a buzz tonight downtown here at Petco Park. Cubs are in town. Padres wearing their browns. Big key is to get the Padre faithful on their feet early and have some early action on those base paths. Big crowd on hand tonight.
Line down the left field line. That's it for a base hit. To second base goes Jankowski, and the first 2 have reached for the Padres on base hits here in the bottom of the first inning.
Cubs defense tonight brought to you by the San Diego Cadillac dealers. Behind the plate, Wilson Contreras, 7 errors, tied for most in the National League at the catcher's position. The outfield will be Hab, Amor Jr., and Zobrist. On the infield, third to first, Bryant, Russell, Baez, Rizzo, and behind the plate, once again, Contreras catching Chatwood.
2 on, nobody out, and Will Myers digging his way in here. He's been red hot. Average at 306, 8 homers, and 20 runs batted in. Chops one foul outside of third for strike one. Over the last 6 games, Myers has reached base safely 50% of the time. Hitting at .417, 6 homers, 9 RBIs. In his career against Chatwood, too, 8 for 22 at .364. 3 home runs off Chatwood in his career.
Now, Chatwood is going to vary the speeds on his fastballs. There's a reason why. He throws the 4-seamer, the 2-seamer, and the cutter. His last start, he did a majority of the time throwing 4-seamers, 29 cutters, and 26 2-seamers, and didn't really throw a lot of off-speed pitches. If you want to call a cutter an off-speed pitch, I can see why, because it's a moving fastball that cuts away from the righty. But he relies on that number 1.
Falls behind here 2-1. Very similar to when he was with the Rockies. He's been much more successful on the road than he has at home. A 3.41 earned run average in 6 starts away from Wrigley Field. 6.08 ERA in 10 starts at home. And you can understand that when he was a Rocky pitching at Coors Field. A little different now at Wrigley Field, though.
Depends on which day the wind is blowing out at Wrigley.
Right.
First thing you do, you're starting that day, is you look out at the scoreboard and you see which way those flags are blowing.
Myers didn't go. Bases loaded on the walk for Will Myers. 2 singles and a base on balls.
That's one of the reasons why Will Myers has got a high on base percentage. He's coming off the DL June 21st. 704. He's not swinging at bad pitches. He'll take the walk. Load him up for Eric Hosmer.
Eric Hosmer with the bases loaded, nobody out in the first inning. Golden opportunity to jump on top here. .250 average for Hosmer, 9 homers and 38 runs batted in. It's Jankowski at third, Swahe at second, and Myers at first. On the ground up the middle, diving the second baseman Baez, flips to second for 1, on to first, not in time, run scores. Jankowski in the back door from third gives the Padres a 1-0 lead. What a play at second base by Baez, even to get to that. Was ticketed for center field.
Possibly saving a run. We know about the middle infielders for these Cubs, Russell and Baez, and that is one big league play by the Cubbies second baseman. Behind the back flip throw, and then Russell did everything he could, even getting on the big hop at first base. Rizzo is there with the good glove, but Hosmer beats it out.
First and third, 1 down, and Christian Villanueva coming up. And Baez taking a little extra time, a little shaken up after that play at second base. Appears to be okay. First and third, and Villanueva cranks it foul off to the right out of play. .226, 18 homers, 42 runs batted in. Christian now sharing time at third base with Carlos Swahe from time to time. And this one in the dirt. Nicely picked by Contreras. No advance for the base runners.
I think tonight's one of those nights where you especially have to be on your toes on the bases with Chatwood out there, because I was told that he's spiked fastballs in front of home plate. He has bounced breaking balls. He has thrown some pitches out of the reach for the catcher to get to, and that's a great way to score a run right here and take an extra base.
So you're saying he's been on the wild side?
Yes, he has.
Fly ball headed toward shallow right field. Zobrist coming in and under. He will make the catch, tagging and bluffing is Swahe, not going anywhere. 2 down in the inning. first and third, 2 away, and Freddie Galvis coming up. Defensive play of the year last night for the Padres defensively for Galvis, who continues to play every day.
That was fun to watch.
It's pretty incredible from his knees.
It was. First of all, getting to that baseball and then gloving it cleanly and then on your knees. Really, Freddie?
Line foul off to the left, out of play. Time now for the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks.
It's worth another look. Ending the top of the 9th inning last night off the bat of Justin Turner, getting to that baseball. Now see his momentum. His bottom half is going towards second base. So he just thinks, I'm just going to spin and throw for my knees. Shows off the accurate arm. One heck of a play. Best I've seen this year.
In the air down the left field line, headed towards the corner, and it's a foul ball. A little foul ground there is down there. He finds it.
Well, he had the right idea, trying to play pepper with that left field line. That ball was going to be slicing off the left-handed bat of Galvis. And speaking of defense, we got 2 good defensive shortstops in Galvis and Russell tonight. 10 defensive runs saved by Galvis. He's second to Russell in the National League.
Ground ball right side. Baez will go to first base for the out that ends the inning. Padres pick up a run, take a 1-0 lead. Baez, couple of straight steals at home. This one against the Detroit Tigers July 4th. Go to first base, and he went diving in safely on the steal of home.
That is great athleticism, how Baez slid to the foul side and then reaching with his right hand to touch home plate. It's just an incredible move to maneuver your body that way with that inertia going towards home plate. He's just so athletic. Good with the bat, good with the glove. Probably the most exciting player right now for the Cubs.
Well, he leads it off here in the second inning. Swings at the 0-1, sends it down the right field line towards the corner, and that ball is off the wall. A fair ball, and headed to second base is Baez. He's got himself a double. He's signaling a home run. It appeared to hit above the wall and on that screening, but I don't think it hit above the yellow line down there. There is a yellow line above that short fence. Umpire's going to get together, though. We'll see.
Why don't they just check it, right? They can go to the headphones, correct?
They can. And they're going to talk to Joe Madden is what they're doing right now. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they hit the fan.
Yeah, that's a home run. That was clearly over the yellow line, and that fan didn't reach down. Error on the fan, home run for the Cubs. That's the way I see it.
They are reviewing it right now. They're on the headsets. Fan reach over, though. That's the question. Saw a shot on the board here. Thought it hit the screening. It did not. It hit the fan clearly. The question is the fan leaning over? It's right at that Petco porch down the right field line in the right field corner. Fan waiting to see how this is going to shake down for him.
You know, Don, initially when I saw that first replay, I thought the fan was standing up enough to where the ball would have cleared. Let's check it out right here. But at second look, he is reaching over a little bit. Now, depending on the trajectory of that ball coming down, would it have hit the yellow line? Would it have gone cleanly into the stands? It's really tough to tell from that angle.
Well, it must be tough for the umpires to tell because they're spending a long time on it.
That's one of those where you need a camera right on the fence, right on the foul pole, looking directly down the line of the grate where the yellow line is.
Fan interference and second base is what he will get. Fan interfered according to the umpires after the review. So a double for Baez that starts the second inning. He's there with nobody out. That was a pretty long review. Wilson Contreras coming up and the late timeout call. So Richard follows through with the pitch.
Well, it's tough to get 3 outs with a leadoff double, but still, Clayton Richard on his game, he could leave him stranded. That could be a break for San Diego.
Contreras fouls it off just beyond the Padres dugout. 0-2 the count. 279 average for him, 7 homers, 34 runs driven in for the Cubs catcher. Swing and a miss, and Contreras says he fouled it off. And apparently he did, according to Jim Wolf, the home plate umpire.
Slider. Not even close.
Wow.
Now, did he convince Jim Wolf, or did Jim Wolf initially? Let's watch Jim Wolf. He doesn't. He never indicated. He never indicated foul ball, did he?
No, not till after Contreras said something. Just inside, 1-2. 20th pitch of the game coming up here for Clayton Richard. Padres were able to turn a big double play for Richard in the first inning, and now leadoff double here in the second for Baez. Contreras will ground one foul.
Starting catcher for the NL. This kid right here, it's quite an honor. Leads all NL catchers with an 820 OPS. Good for him.
Chop foul outside of third, and it hangs here at 1-2. Pickoff play at second, perhaps? No. Cheating in was Aswahe, but Richard did not go in that direction. Instead, he delivers strike three. First strikeout of the night for Clayton Richard. One down here in the second inning.
Clayton Richard should get credit for 2 strikeouts. He struck him out twice. The one breaking ball in the dirt, and this called fastball at 92 right in the inside corner. Good command on the glove side. 2-seam fastball. Austin frames it, gets the call, and Contreras knew it.
One out runner at second, and brings up Addison Russell. Baez getting his walking lead off second base. Swahe keeping him close. Richard backs off. Outside for ball one. Russell coming in hitting at .278, 5 homers and 32 runs batted in. Ball 2-0.
Yeah, this is a situation where Clayton Richard cannot afford to just one look. The runner at second base with the positioning of the shift. Aswahe at second base, he can just sneak right in and then retreat back to his position. But still, you got to look 2 times, maybe 3 times to make that runner hold his ground before offering towards home plate so he doesn't steal third base. Kind of tough to tie your shoes with batting gloves on, wouldn't it be?
He did it.
Yeah.
Addison Russell at the plate right now, and bluffing off the backside was Richard. And Clayton has been very concerned with Javier Baez at second base. And the process has fallen behind 3-0. This one gets away. Baez takes third anyway. Wild pitch.
Well, the count was 2-0. What does he throw him here? Looks like a fastball that just skips off of home plate. Looks like Austin comes up a little bit. Ball stayed down on the Padre catcher. And now the infield will be brought in.
Baez 90 feet away. Infield up at the lip of the grass. And a swing and a miss for strike one. Addison Russell has a 5-game hitting streak coming in. And Zobrist waiting on deck. And that's ball 4. Down to first base goes Russell. First walk of the night allowed by Clayton Richard.
Well, a couple of factors here. And positives for each side. One is Clayton Richard, right? He can roll the ground ball. He's got the highest in Major League Baseball ground ball rate. On the other side of the coin, these Cubs, I mentioned it earlier, have grounded in the fewest double plays. So something's got to give here.
First and third, one down. Zobrist at .292. And a pitch down and in, doing some dancing down there at third base. Javier Baez, you never know. Just showed you the steal of home that he had earlier on July the 4th. And he's got himself a lead and doing some dancing down there at third base.
Remember the one we showed was a move to first base, and he took off towards home plate. His secondary lead at third is huge. When Clayton Richard kicks that leg, he is a third of the way down that line towards home plate. Rule of thumb, lead off as far as the third baseman, and then your secondary lead you can take even more.
Well, Richard falling behind here, 3-0. Zobrist now, Happ next. Cubs batting here in the top of the second inning. Padres on top 1-0, but Chicago is threatening here in the second inning. That is strike one.
Right in the outside corner, knee high.
Ball four, and the bases are loaded. Back-to-back walks allowed by Clayton Richard. Bases filled here with Cubs. One down in the second inning, and it brings up Ian Happ.
Well, the switch hitter has grounded into 4 double plays this year, 3 from the right side.
10 home runs, 23 runs batted in, a .252 average for Happ. And a ground ball up the middle out of the reach of Galvis. From third comes Baez. Russell coming around to score. 2 runs in for the Cubs, who take a 2-1 lead. Ian Happ with RBIs 24 and 25 on the year.
Well, as soon as this ball was hit, I was thinking, okay, possibly a 6-4-3 double play, but Galvis ranging to his left on the 3-hopper cannot get there. And with 1 swing of the bat, Cubs take the lead.
First and second, 1 out, 2 runs in, and the pitcher Tyler Chatwood coming up. Seventh major league season, a .209 average, and punches at this, fouling it back on the bunt bid. Long look down to Brian Butterfield, the third base coach for the Cubs. Bunted back to the mound. Richard will go to first, and the sacrifice complete as Zobrist moves to third, Happ to second on the sacrifice. It goes 1-4 with the Suaje covering. Now it's time for the Lowe's whole team together. We've talked a lot about the Cubs offense. They lead the National League with 437 RBIs. Javier Baez on top of that list with 66, and the guy at the plate right now, Anthony Rizzo, with 59. There's Bryant with 38. 2 down here in the second inning. Runners at second and third, 2 runs in. And Rizzo takes a look at ball 1. Second time through now for Clayton Richard through this Cubs order. Anthony Rizzo with a ground out to third base, first time up. Jammed and fouls it off to even the count of 1-1. Rizzo made his major league debut as a Padre back in 2011. We're being traded to the Cubs for Andrew Cashner. Fouled off, and it's 1-2.
Well, it's been documented Anthony Rizzo's been struggling lately. Hitless in his last now 20 at-bats, and he's hitting .211 off of left-handers. Finds himself in the hole here against Clayton Richard.
26th pitch of the inning coming up here for Clayton Richard.
Yeah, it's a heavy workload.
Rizzo fouls it off, hangs here at 1-2. Rizzo has struggled against the Padres in his career, just a .230 average in 34 games against San Diego. Fouled off, got a piece of Hedges on the way by, 1-2. Zobrist at third, Happ at second, 2 down in this second inning. Outside, 2-2. Last 8 starts for Clayton, 4-2 with a 3.88 earned run average. Leads Major League Baseball in ground ball rate, 57.4%. 2-2. Wrap foul again over by the Padres dugout. They're housed on the first base side.
Talking to some Cubs people recently that Rizzo's been pounded inside. You know, he likes to stand on the plate. He likes to turn on the fastball. But particularly right-handers bearing that slider down and in and fastballs. But Richard, you know, he can throw that fastball in and also get him to chase that slider down and out of the zone.
Full count now. The 8th pitch of the at-bat here for Anthony Rizzo.
Well, a changeup to run the count full, first base being open. And now Mora Jr. waiting on deck. Might see another off-speed pitcher just for the fact that first base is open.
Oh, didn't know that they'd call time.
Yeah. I would say that's being locked in. I think when time was called, Clayton, he looked at the runner at third and then went into a stretch, was locked in and then fired.
Dribble down the first baseline. Richard will flip underhanded for the out. That ends the inning. A 2-run inning for the Cubs, who take a 2-1 lead. All right, our Fox Sports Fan Express will be picking up passengers from the Pacific Surfliner at the Santa Fe Depot and bringing them down to Petco Park. Check PacificSurfliner.com for schedules. Second inning with the Cubs now on top 2-1. Back to the hill is Tyler Chatwood. Bottom third of the Padres order. And it is strike one to Manuel Margot, bat seventh. Followed by Austin Hedges and Clayton Richard here in the bottom of the second inning.
You know, the one thing about Chatwood, I mentioned earlier, you are going to get a fastball. It's just a matter of it's going to have a little bit of two-seam movement on it or cut action, but something towards the heart of the plate. Hit it where it's pitched. If it's a cutter, looked like that was a little cutter there. Might even been a slider at 87. Good late tilt. But if he's going to pitch the righties away, you got to think right center field. Can't try to pull that.
Fastball runs away at 94 miles an hour. 2-2. Full count now. Austin Hedges waiting on deck. Padres batting here in the home half of the second inning. Ball four, and Margot walks to begin things here in the second inning. The second walk given up by Chatwood. He thought it was strike three.
Jack's new $3 sauced and loaded fries. Delivered exclusively with DoorDash. Order now.
So leadoff walk here for Margot to start the bottom of the second inning, and it'll bring up Austin Hedges. .224, 4 homers, and 16 runs batted in. Anthony Rizzo holding on Margot at first base. In there for strike one. First pitch strikes for Chatwood, 8 of 8 so far. So while he has walked 2, he has been getting ahead. Check on Margot, dives back to the bag at first.
Well, Contreras behind the plate, his percentage of throwing out runners is 22%, anywhere from 30 to 33%, pretty much the league average. So Padres may be thinking about running if Margot can maybe get a pitch to hit, or a pitch to go on rather, and Austin Hedges maybe something early with that big hole on the right side. Two times over to first. He's thinking about him.
On a strike now to Austin Hedges. Richard waiting on deck. Padres batting here in the second inning, and this will be pitch 25 of the outing for Tyler Chatwood, the starter for the Cubs. Bounces in and blocked with the chest protector of Wilson Contreras.
That's one of those where the ball finds the glove and the Cubs catch a break. Slider.
I thought it got him in the chest protector. He blocked it. Strike two. Seven career starts here at Petco Park. Chatwood is 4-1 with a 2.84 earned run average. Next pitching here, and those starts coming as a member of the Colorado Rockies. Blew it down the right field line, falling foul.
Looks like Austin's elbow armor kind of came off on that swing. Checking the bat. Any cracks? He's doing full inventory. Elbow guard, batting gloves, bat. Ready to go.
Waiting on a 2-2 pitch from Chatwood. Quick check on Margot at first. Back to the bag. Fouled off, still 2-2. The Cubs started the day in a game back in the Milwaukee Brewers in the National League Central. 52-38, the Cubs record coming in. And they dropped 2 out of 3 to begin this trip in San Francisco.
Yeah, Cubs haven't been doing too well on the road this year. That's the one thing that sticks out.
On the ground to shortstop. Russell go to second for 1 on to first for 2. Double play. Let's check in with Bob Scanlon.
Well, Don, before the ball game, Andy Green was asked about the walks by Tyler Chatwood. 72, that leads all of Major League Baseball, and whether he wanted his offense to be very patient tonight. And he was a little bit hesitant, and the reason is the Padres have been extremely successful swinging early in the counts. We've talked about that in previous broadcasts, hitting well over 340 on the first 2 offerings. So the challenge tonight for the Padres, he doesn't want them to lose that aggressiveness, but if Chatwood's going to give you a chance to get into this ball game with a free pass, you've got to take it. 11 times he's walked 4 guys or more. We'll see how that balance plays out tonight, guys.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. 2 walks already tonight. He walked Myers in the first, walks Margot in the second inning. Gets Hedges to ground into the 6-4-3 double play. Grounder up the middle into center field. A base hit for Clayton Richard, his 4th hit of the season.
Always good when the pitcher gets a base knock or a walk in on base somehow to flip that lineup over and have Travis Jankowski now possibly start a 2-out rally. Mentioned the Cubs record coming into this ball game, a game behind the Milwaukee Brewers in the NL Central. At home they're 28-15, on the road 24-23, 1 game above 500.
2 down, Richard at first base, and top of the order coming up, Travis Jankowski.
One of the few curveballs we've seen out of the hand of Chatwood. Curveball at 75. An early show me pitch.
In the air to right field, struck pretty well. Zobrist going back at the wall, and it's gone. Home run. Travis Jankowski with a 2-run shot puts the Padres on top 3-2. Home run number 2 of the year for Travis Jankowski. Let's take a look at our Arco top tier play.
1-0 offering. Belt buckle high. Little cut fastball or a hanging slider, any way you look at it. Launch angle from Jankowski, and with 1 swing of the bat, now the Padres take the lead.
The 2-run shot, and the Padres lead by a run. Carlos Asuaje now bats, a single in the first inning. Fly ball headed to shallow right center field. Zobrist, the right fielder, will give way. Almora Jr. makes the catch that ends the inning. Well, a single for Clayton Richard extended the inning, gave Travis Jankowski the chance. He takes a 2-run home run out of the yard, and the Padres have a 3-2 lead after 2. Travis Jankowski as we head to the top half of the third inning. And it is 2, 3, and 4 for the Cubs in the inning. Almora Jr. takes ball 1 in the dirt.
Shutdown innings are important. We know that, but even tougher now for Clayton Richard because of the part of the order for the Cubs. 2, 3, 4, as you just mentioned. So he needs to make an adjustment. A lot of pitches in that second inning for Clayton.
Center fielder Manuel Margot over towards right center. Missing by a lot, but missing, and it's 2-1. Richard walked back-to-back hitters in the second inning. Addison Russell and Ben Zobrist.
Remember the bullpen session Clayton had after he was taken out in Arizona? I talked to him about that, and he was kind enough to get back to me. He said in that outing, inning 3 and 4, he felt off a little bit. Felt good in inning 5 and wanted to gain momentum out there after a relatively short day. So he went down there.
Under the glove of Asuaje into right field.
To minimize his workload between outings. So it makes sense.
Top down for the Kia drive to success. With Chris Bryant coming up here for the Cubs. Highest road OPS since 2016. Freddie Freeman on top, Joey Votto, and then Chris Bryant. That's coming up here, the runner at first base.
Oh, every name on that list, clutch. Chris Bryant night here tonight. A lot of USD alum. Toreros in the house.
So a grounded foul outside of third.
Of course, we had head coach Rich Hill on the pregame show.
Now look at Bryant when he was at USD. In the air, down the left field line, foul.
There's Coach Hill.
Throw to first, and back to the bag is Almora Jr. Swing and a miss, and Bryant strikes out. Second strikeout for Richard, 1 down. Set it down to Bob Scanlon.
Don, coming into this ball game, Clayton Richard would be the first to tell you the key tonight is to be able to attack the Cubs hitters. Why? They're extremely patient. They're not hitting a whole lot of home runs this year, but they're working a lot of walks and they're hitting the ball opposite field. And when you look at Clayton's last few outings, of the 11 runs that he's allowed, 7 have scored because they reached base on a walk or a hit batsman. That is not Clayton Richard. He's going to have to attack these guys in the zone and keep them off base by the free pass, guys.
All right, this one's down to third, to second for 1. Yes, that's all they're going to get, though. Throw off the mark from Villanueva. Pulls Asuaje off the bag at second, and they almost ended up getting nobody, but a possible double play ball. They do get 1.
Well, as a middle infielder, you know, everybody can catch the good throw. You have to anticipate the bad throw. And this one here, as we take a look, it's towards the center field side. Touch that bag, get out of the way. At least you get the lead runner. Especially with the second baseman momentum going towards the bag, then you have to adjust to your right.
We're talking about the Brewers. They lost tonight to Pittsburgh 7-3. So the Cubs beginning tonight's action a game back of the Brewers and a chance to tie them in the division with a victory tonight. Pitch is outside and it's 2-0.
Bob Scanlon was talking about this Cubs offense, 3rd most in walks, as he mentioned, and they rank 10th in the National League in home runs. So they're doing it without hitting the long ball.
No first, and Baez back to the bag. Runner goes, and he was going over to first base. Now can they get him? And the answer is yes. I'm going to argue this. Baez thinks that he eluded the tag of Iswahe. Iswahe feels confident that he got him. Did the old swim move here, I think.
You know what? Carlos, does he come off the bag and then tag him? Looks like Carlos was a little tentative catching that ball and going towards the bag. So on the shortstop side, and he kind of doesn't go towards the bag, just with his glove, not with his body.
Cubs are not going to challenge, so it is an out. Call on the field was an out. 3-2 Padres. For our Valley View Casino trivia question.
You know I love trivia.
Named the only Padres player to hit a home run in the All-Star game. Tweet us your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia. It is.
You know what? I'm stuck. I should know that one.
Will Myers leads it off here in the third inning. Padres All-Star the year before last. And he cranks it foul off to our right, out of play. Myers walked in the first inning, one of two walks allowed by Tyler Chatwood. Drops in there for a strike. 0-2. Curveball that time. On the ground right side, Baez ranging. Quick throw, and it's in time to get Myers. What a play by Javier Baez, showing all kinds of range.
Did you see how quickly he gloved that ball and then got rid of it as he was moving to his left?
Transfer was amazing.
After moving to his right, he covers all that ground, the quick flip throw. Cubs got themselves a good one right there.
One down here in the third inning brings up Eric Hosmer. Hosmer grounded into a fielder's choice in the first inning, picked up an RBI. Runs inside for ball 2, 2-0. Chatwood walking Myers in the first, Margot in the second. As the first out here, the third inning, and now dealing with Hosmer. 3-0. Strike called. Just picks up that outside corner. 3-1.
One pitch with a little bit of a bigger wrinkle in it. It wasn't a cutter that had a short break, had more of a little tilt on it. So it shows you that Chatwood will throw that little wrinkle at any time. That was 3-1, a fastball counting. Eric Hosmer topped it right at the plate to go full. 3-2, fastball in.
Hosmer strikes out. They elevated it too at 94, and that's the first strikeout for Tyler Chatwood. 2 down.
Now that was 94 and straight. Let's check out. You can see a little bit of movement there. Now it looks like a straight fastball. Yep. See the four-seam rotation. Maybe a little bit of cut, just a little bit, not much.
Now 2 down here in the third inning brings up Christian Villanueva. Villanueva flied out to right field first time up. Most home runs this season for rookies, 18 for Villanueva. And is down 0-2.
That was a true straight four-seam fastball. Staying behind it and you get that rotation.
In the air to right field. In comes Zobrist. And he'll make the catch that ends the inning. A 1-2-3 third, a 3-2 Padres lead. Padres holding on to a 3-2 advantage. Clayton Richard back on the mound again. Wilson Contreras leading it off here for the Cubs in the inning. This one bounces in for ball 1. 57 pitches for Clayton Richard on the night. He works here to his first hitter of the 4th inning. Falls behind 2-0. All four, and down to first base goes Contreras. Leadoff walk here, third walk given up by Clayton Richard of his outing. Well, it's time now to answer our Valley View Casino trivia question. And the only Padres player to hit a home run in the All-Star game. And the answer is Kent Caminiti, 1996. Hit it off Roger Pavlik.
I wouldn't have guessed that. I know there were so many choices I could go, but I'll be honest with you, I did not know that one. Did you?
I did not either. Lead runner on here for the Cubs for the second time in 4 innings. And Addison Russell. That's now, he walked in the second inning.
Well, I think Clayton would be the first one to tell you right now that he maybe kind of feels a little off, not really hitting his spots with regularity. Keep battling through it.
Fly ball struck pretty well to right field, but he's got room. Jankowski just shy of the track. Makes the catch, trying to tag and get to second. Contreras, and he will. That's aggressive base running. Well, Contreras tagging up at first and taking second on that fly out to right field.
Don't want a base runner on first base. If you see name and number, you see him retreating towards the track, towards the wall. He is squared up on it. Jankowski is. Head first slide. I'm trying to guess now if the throw was on line. Travis was eyeing the runner. A good throw, you never know. I think maybe the element of surprise also with Contreras on first base. Travis dejected there, disappointed with himself, maybe on the throw.
One bid here, fouled off.
Maybe Travis is upset with himself because he wasn't as aggressive with that throw.
Zobrist fouls another off himself, and it's 0-2.
This is where if Clayton has that good biting sinker, that slider down and into the switch hitting Zobrist, heads up left side of the infield, in the wave and Galvis. Get a 1 or 2 hopper your way, look that runner back at second base, and then get that out at first.
Fly ball left field. Myers moving to his left and under. Makes the catch for out number 2. No advance at second base for Contreras. So 2 away, runner at second. It'll bring up Ian Happ. Singled to left field in the second inning and drove in 2 runs. At the time, put the Cubs on top, 2-1. The Padres had a 2-run home run answer, and Travis Jankowski in the bottom of the second inning. In there for strike 1. Gathered by Hedges, able to keep it in front of him. Contreras in scoring position here with 2 down in the 4th inning. Last 17 games, Happ hitting at .367. And ahead of the count now, 2-1. Double figures in home runs with 10 on the year for the Cubs left fielder. And he'll foul it off to the right out of play. Still 2-2.
And the backswing. Boy, I cringe every time I see that.
Happens so often now.
Yeah. So you want to be a catcher, huh?
No, never did. On the ground, left side to short for the Galvis. Will go to first. For the out, that ends the inning. Cubs leave a runner at second. Padres have a 3-2 lead. By Petco, the pet company. And by Nissan. Take on the unexpected with Nissan's available intelligent safety shield technologies. Innovation that excites. Last of the fourth inning. Padres coming up with a 3-2 lead. We're looking at Galvis, Margot, and Hedges expected here in the fourth inning. Tyler Chatwood back to the hill, 47 pitches deep into his outing. And fresh off his first 1-2-3 outing in the third inning.
Well, nice rebound by Clayton Richard in that fourth inning after the walk. Left stranded at second base, then 1-2-3. Hopefully he has found a groove. Padres still have the lead and hopefully adding on for the left-hander as he talks with A.J. Ellis.
Freddie Galvis leading it off here in the fourth inning. Grounded out to Javier Baez at second base in the first inning. And takes a look at strike one. Shallow left, Happ coming in, and he'll get there for out number one of the fourth inning. 5 in a row now retired by Tyler Chatwood. So one away, and that brings up Manuel Margot. Margot walked in the second inning, one of 2 free passes served up by Tyler Chatwood, who's about to throw his 50th pitch of the night. And it's grounded softly towards Chris Bryant at third. Races in, throws on the run, and in time for out number 2. His pitcher Tyler Chatwood was ducking for cover as Bryant came running in to make that throw. 2 down.
Well, for Chris Bryant, he's a big kid. He's got a big frame out there. He can maneuver with the best of them. Very athletic for his size and third baseman. Flip throw with accuracy. And the sure glove of Rizzo over at first base.
So 2 down brings up Austin Hedges. Grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the second inning. Little bloop back at first and into right field. A base hit. A 2-out single for Austin Hedges. His first hit of the night. Padres collect their 5th of the evening.
Yeah, take them any way you can get them. Hard to come by. That's down by the label. Hey, swing to left. Ends up in right. No problem with that. That's a big league knock.
Pitch in the dirt for ball 1 to Clayton Richard, who singled in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, don't shut your toolbox here against this kid.
Down and in, 2-0. Chatwood coming in individually at 3 and 5, a 5.01 earned run average. 17th start for Chatwood.
I'd be taken right here.
Swing and a miss, 2-1.
Like I said, if you get a good fastball, go to hacking. That was one of those 4-seamers at 93. He's touched 93, 94 on that straight 4-seam fastball. Oh, it hit him.
Well, Richard gets hit here. This will put 2 men on with 2 down. Second time Clayton Richard has been on.
Boy, he didn't even move. You know, quite honestly, I'm surprised the Cubs didn't say anything. Got to make an attempt to get out of the way. He was straight trophy right there. Statue.
2 on, 2 down, and Travis Jankowski, who homered in the 2nd inning. Four for 10 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. And he takes strike 1. Jankowski, an infield hit in the 1st inning, came around to score the first Padres run, then the 2-run home run in the 2nd inning. There's an 0-1. On the ground, right side, first baseman Rizzo will go to second base, and they'll get the out there of Clayton Richard. Padres have a 3-2 lead. To the 5th we go.
Did you have a position? You sat on the bench all day and you got 1 at bat.
You put me anywhere, I'd make the play. I might not get there that quick. I'll make the play.
You sat on the bench and in the 8th inning you came in and you hit a homer. That was your job. No one knows who Sid Breen is. Do you know who Sid Breen is? No. Not all of us are 63 years old.
First of all, Austin was saying Sid Breen with an N.
Which is different than Sid Bream.
Right.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a good line. Not everyone is 63 years old.
That's the other thing. Matt Stairs is not 63 years old. You know that, right?
That was funny. You come to the ballpark, you got one thing to do. You get an at-bat in the 8th inning, you try to hit a home run.
He did that very well, though.
He did it really well.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was good stuff.
Walking around, never easy because the players, everybody else knows you got the mic on too.
You have to forewarn them.
Yes, because you never know what you're going to hear.
Right.
And Austin Hedges kind enough to do that for us today during batting practice. Tyler Chatwood, the pitcher, leading it off here for Chicago. Will pop it up foul, off to the right out of play. In the air to right field. Jankowski is there for out number 1 of the 5th inning. One down, top of the order. Anthony Rizzo coming up here for the Cubs. Clayton Richard at 73 pitches through 4 1/3 innings. I wonder a little bit about the bullpen and some of the guys you would see. As this one is lined towards right center field. That's going to get down. Jankowski cuts it off, but it's a base hit for Rizzo. We had one down here in the 5th inning. I started to say you got to wonder a little bit about the guys you would normally see in the 6th or 7th innings of games. Craig Stammen and Adam Simber both have pitched the last 2 nights. Stammen has pitched 3 straight days once this year, and Simber has done it 0 times. So you wonder about those 2 guys and their availability for tonight's game.
Well, a couple of things. Hopefully Clayton Richard can give you those innings, and secondly, there comes a time when other guys have to step it up. High leverage situations. You're in the bullpen, you're in the big leagues, you should be able to get some outs. So it's kind of a test factor as well when other guys need to be spelled a little bit.
Pitch 75 bounces in, blocked by Hedges. Strike 1, 1-1.
That's pitching backwards, and that's what you need to do. We talk about the NL leaders batting average. Scooter Gennett, top of the list. Almora Jr. at 317, behind Markakis.
High for ball 2. On the ground, sharply hit. Suarez got it to second for 1. Galvis on the first, throws it up and over and into the photographer as well. So they get the lead runner at second base in Rizzo. 4-6 on the play there. But Almora Jr. safely reaching at first and will be given second base on this play.
Not a bad feed at all, but Freddie Galvis airmails this one as Anthony Rizzo goes into second base. Good hard slide, pop-up slide. Well, that was a nice play by Carlos Asuaje, getting that ball and throwing accurately to Freddie. But he caught that ball on the outfield side and then had to deal with Rizzo coming into that bag.
He's charged with an error on the throw, so the error goes to Galvis. It gets Almora to second. Runner in scoring position with 2 down for Chris Bryant. Takes a look at strike 1. And has grounded into a 5-4-3 double play, and last time up struck out swinging. On the ground on the first baseline, a fair ball headed towards the right field corner. Here comes Almora. He'll score. It's an RBI double for Bryant and a tie game, 3-3.
Wow.
Moore appears to be hurt too.
Well, you know, usually when you think of Chris Bryant, you think of him turning on off-speed pitches that are hangers. You see the belt buckle high fastballs that are crushed. Well, this one is well off the plate. All 6'5", the wingspan of Chris Bryant going off the plate and just peppering that ball down the right field line. You got to tip your cap. That was clearly off the plate.
So Bryant at second base, Javier Baez has doubled, grounded into a fielder's choice. 293 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Big cut there, 1-1. Driving in the tying run, 3-3 now here in the 5th. Ball and 2 strikes to Baez.
Chili Davis on the left, hitting coach for the Chicago Cubs. Talking with Anthony Rizzo.
A little bit high, 2-2.
Tell you what, I played with Chili with the Giants. Switch hitter who can rake.
A little bit low, full count.
Last off-speed pitch from Clayton. Baez not biting. Might see another off-speed pitch here with first base being open.
In the air, foul, off to the right, out of play. Do it again, 3-2. Has doubled to right field in the second inning, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. Getting his 3rd look at Clayton Richard. A breakdown by inning for Richard, who's up to 86 total. And that is ball 4. 4th walk allowed by Clayton Richard. 2 on with 2 down.
Catch baseball's biggest stars for an unforgettable show from the nation's capital. The MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific, only on Fox, or stream it live on the Fox Sports app.
2 on, 2 down, and Wilson Contreras coming up as Hedges now goes out to talk to Clayton Richard, and they'll be joined by Carlos Asuaje, the second baseman.
Yeah, you want to be on the same page. You don't want to get crossed up, then have second and third. So a quick visit. Charge the Padres for a mound visit. They are now down to 5.
.233 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position for the Cubs catcher, who struck out looking and walked on the night. Takes strike 1. Run in this inning for the Cubs came with 2 outs. As Richard jumps ahead, 0-2. 90th pitch for Richard coming up as he works here with 2 down in the 5th inning. Bryant at second, Baez at first, a run in. Which are taking forever here, just holding onto the baseball.
Need to unplug the router and wait like a minute and a half, plug it back in, getting a bad signal.
Fouled off down the right field line, out of play. The breakdown for Richard, 90 pitches deep into his outing. With 2 down here in the top half of the 5th inning. Fouled off, will do it again, 0-2. And it's second, Baez at first in a 3-3 game. Swing and a miss, and again Hedges gets hit on the backswing. But a strikeout. Game tied 3-3. For First Responders Night, presented by Fox Sports San Diego and the San Diego Padres. Check was presented to the San Diego Police Station. The ceremony before the ball game here at Petco Park. Move along to the bottom of the 5th inning. Game tied 3-3. As the Cubs tie into the top half of this inning, and here comes Carlos Asuaje, Will Myers, and Eric Hosmer in the bottom of the 5th against Tyler Chatwood. Asuaje singled in the 1st inning, flied out to center field in the 2nd. So 1 for 2 on the night for the Padres' second baseman. 60th pitch of the night coming up for the Cubs starter Tyler Chatwood.
One of the few changeups that Chatwood has thrown to him. Let's see if he starts to break out that pitch, maybe 3rd time around against these Padres. On my count, I think I've only seen 1 curveball, and that was like a first pitch curveball.
You know the count to begin things here in the 5th inning. Ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk. So Chatwood, who just had the game tied up, by his offense, delivers his third walk of the ball game. Coming up in the middle of the 7th inning, stay tuned for the Arco game break with Mike Pomerantz and Mark Sweeney. Lead runner on for the Padres here in the 5th inning brings up Will Myers. Walked in the 1st inning, grounded out to 2nd in the 3rd. Myers came in with a .364 average against Tyler Chatwood. Well, Myers with 6 home runs in the month of July, the most. Did he go? No. We'll check with first base umpire DJ Rayburn. Action in the Cubs pen for the first time tonight as Chatwood works. Steve Cechek, right-hander up. Swing and a miss for Myers, and it's 2-1. A foul tip, apparently. Got a piece.
Looked like just a little bit, kind of pulled off a tad on that last pitch.
2-2.
Will kind of shaking his head a little bit. You know, he's swinging the bat so well right now. Why? Because he's drilling it to right center field when that pitch is out there. That one kind of looked like it was in pull mode as well. Then it was down and away.
Soft toss over to Suaje, back to the bag. Held on by Anthony Rizzo. Framed, but just outside. As Contreras tried to bring that pitch back, full count.
That was the ball, right?
I thought so.
Off the plate. But with swings prior to that pitch, why not Chatwood would go back out there to try to have Will Myers swing at that pitch again?
Runner goes as Myers swings, grounds one to deep short. Russell's got one play. It's at first, and he makes it just in time to get Myers. The off-balance throw, nicely done to get Myers. As they started the runner, Suaje takes second base.
Ball hooked in a good position because Russell's got to go to his right, make the acrobatic throw like we've seen so many times. Not only covering a lot of ground, but throwing with accuracy on the run.
So the Padres have a runner in scoring position. So far, that's been a tough thing tonight. 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position are the Padres on the night. And first chance here for Eric Hosmer. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the first, struck out in the third, and sends this one foul down the left field line. On the ground, right side to the backhand, down to the forehand goes Rizzo, flips to the bag, and Chatwood is there. 2 down as Suaje takes third base.
Well, a couple of good first basemen here tonight at Petco Park. Eric Hosmer, the Gold Glover, and Anthony Rizzo over at first base. Makes this play many times. Breaking it down, solid base, firing a strike right over the bag at the belt buckle of Chatwood, covering. It's a nice play.
2 down to Suaje at third base, and it brings up Christian Villanueva. Fly to right twice. Both times Ben Zobrist up to the task out there in right field for the Cubs. Look out, up and in.
That's one that just got away a little bit. Had a little four-seam cut action to it, just a little bit.
Popped up, foul ground. Contreras will not have a play. Well back in the seats. Inning started with Suaje walking. He would take second on the ground out by Myers to short. Took third on the ground out by Hosmer to first. Go ahead run 90 feet away for the Padres with 2 down. For Christian Villanueva with a count of 1-1. Fouled back and he's down 1-2.
You like to see good defense, obviously, right?
I appreciate good defense.
I do too, and I think baseball fans all around. And like I said, I'll reiterate, 2 good shortstops tonight, Galvis and Russell, and 2 Gold Glove first basemen, Rizzo and Hosmer. Rizzo a Platinum Glove winner in 2016. So flashing the leather on both sides, both teams.
1-2 to Villanueva. And a swing and a miss. Villanueva strikes out on a pitch running away. 3-3 game after 5.
Donate $1 to support veterans.
Top of the 6th inning, game tied 3-3 from Petco Park in San Diego. Game 1 of a 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the San Diego Padres. Addison Russell leading it off here for the Cubs. Clayton Richard out on the mound for his 6th inning of work. Now 93 pitches deep into his outing. Strike in there to Russell to even the count of 1-1.
This is the inning for early strikes, early outs, grounders, base runner, possibly a double play. Maybe you can squeeze one more inning out of Clayton if he gets a quick one right here. And the last 2 outings for Clayton, 81 at Arizona, 83 at Oakland.
Ball's behind here, 3-1. The leadoff hitter, Addison Russell. And Zobrist and Ian Happ scheduled to bat in the inning. And ball 4, leadoff walk. Last thing you want to do there.
The MLB.TV All-Star Sale is here. $39.99. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV to take advantage of this sale.
So runner at first to begin things here in the 6th inning on the walk for Russell. 5th walk, incidentally, given up tonight by Clayton Richard. 5 walks ties a season high that he did on July 3rd at Oakland. In there for a strike, and it's 1-1.
And only one of those walks have scored tonight for the Cubs. That was Addison Russell in the 2nd inning.
On the ground towards second base, Aswahe quickly to second for 1, on to first for 2, double play. Second double play turned by the Padres defensively for Clayton Richard. Races that leadoff walk.
I remember watching baseball as a kid growing up and just loved to listen to Joe Garagiola say on a ball like this, room service double play for the Padres. 4-6-3. Love it.
Now 2 down in the 6th inning brings up Ian Happ. Grounds it foul over by the Cubs dugout. They're housed on the 3rd base side here at Petco Park. And Happ has singled to drive in 2 runs. Did that in the 2nd inning. And grounded out to shortstop in the 4th. 1 for 2. And look out. One running up and in. Richard up over 100 pitches at 102. Action in the Padres pen. Phil Maton up in the pen. Strike 3 call, and a good inning for Clayton Richard. We head to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 3. Padres would score first on this, grounding into a fielder's choice situation for Osmond. That scores Jankowski as he comes in the back door from 3rd. The Cubs would get 2 on this base hit for Happ that scores 2 in the 2nd inning to take a 2-1 lead. The Padres answer quickly, though. A 2-run shot by Travis Jankowski, his 2nd of the year. Put the Padres on top 3-2. And then it is Chris Bryant with a double to right field that scores Almora Jr. and ties this game 3-3. As we head into the bottom of the 6th inning, Tyler Chatwood leaves after 5 innings, giving up 3 earned runs. Clayton Richard has given up 3 runs. 2 are earned as he's gone the first 6. Happ and Jankowski leading both teams offensively. And it's to the bottom of the 6th inning we go. New pitcher Steve CHN.
Well, tight ball game here, getting late. There are a number of arms that Joe Madden could go to, but he is one of those 6, 7, 8 inning guys, along with Pedro Strop. Brandon Morrow is closing for the Cubs. Carl Edwards Jr. is usually their 8th inning guy. So there's a couple of guys that Joe Madden can go to in this situation. Low 3/4 delivery from Cishek.
Cishek, a former closer in his own right. Time closing games for the Marlins. 0-2. What a slip there at the end of his delivery. Working on the landing spot after that last slip. Lots of holes out there right now on the mound at this stage of the game.
Yeah, that's one of the things as a reliever. You know, you've got what, possibly close to 200 pitches combined, both sides, and there's a lot of chewed up dirt, clay on that mound.
One-two pitch to Freddie Galvis. Foul backhand out of play. Still 1-2. Margot waiting on deck then. Austin Hedges elevated a little bit there. 2-2. Fouled off again to the left out of play. Elvis did some work here staying alive. 8th pitch of the at bat coming up.
That's that big time frisbee from Cishek. Low 3/4 on the same plane. That one ended up way inside. You see the rotation here. Starts on the outer half. Almost getting the back knee of Freddie Galvis.
Swing and a miss, and Galvis strikes out. Cishek finally gets him. 1 down in the 6th inning.
Went back to that breaking ball, but it's a shorter break. Starts on the outer half. Catching way too much of the plate. Freddie's got to protect and can't make contact.
One down, and it brings up Manuel Margot. Now bunt bid, and that is strike 1 to Margot. Joe Madden thought he was out of the box when the ball hit him. Up at the top step of the dugout saying something to Jim Wolf. Wolf waved him off though and said it was not. Still in the box.
His foot was not yet in contact with the ground, so that's all good there. Good call by Wolf.
Back goes the second baseman Baez to make the catch over the shoulder for out number 2.
Arco, quality top tier gas for less.
2 down, and it brings up Austin Hedges. Let's do a 6-4-3 double play in the 2nd. Single to right in the 4th inning. Cishek had 25 saves with the Seattle Mariners 2 years ago. Most saves he had in any year, 39 back in 2014 with the Miami Marlins. Franmil Reyes has come out on deck for the Padres. He would bat in Clayton Richard's spot if we get that far. There are 2 outs in the inning, and that's a strike now to Hedges, 1-1. So Richard, who had been out there on deck, back in the dugout now. Strike call, 1-2.
Got a call there. Frisbee off the plate.
Hedges didn't particularly care for the call. Ball 3, full count. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Base is empty. On the ground and through the left side into left field, a base hit. Second hit of the night for Austin Hedges. He's starting to come around the plate, Austin Hedges.
He was out in front of that one, but he found the hole on that left side. A shorter breaky ball. Cishek has thrown 2 or 3 different looking breaky balls. The big looping one, the in-betweener, and then that one with just a little wrinkle. More of a controlled type pitch. In this situation, 3-2, and Hedges catches it out in front. 2 out knock for the Padre catcher.
Franmil Reyes pinch hitting here for Clayton Richard. Richard had been on twice, single, and was hit by a pitch. Talking it over with his pitching coach, Darren Balsley. Outing over for Richard. It goes 6 innings and throws 104 pitches. Phil Maton looks like he'll be coming in next for the Padres in the top of the 7th inning. Very close pitch, called a ball. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Tell you what, Don, looking at the line for Clayton Richard, I think Clayton would be the first one to say, you know what, I was kind of off tonight, didn't have my best stuff, and 5 walks. It could have been much worse.
6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. Walked 5, struck out 4.
Yeah, the double play was the big story tonight, I think, for Clayton, keeping the Cubs at 3.
There were 2 of them, 1 in the 1st inning and 1 in the 6th inning. 2-2 to Reyes. Swung on a miss, and Cishek strikes him out. We head to the 7th, tied at 3. by Sequan Casino, opening in 2019 at Sequan's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. Three the score as we head to the 7th inning back at Petco Park in San Diego.
Sunday on Fox, Pogba, Mbappe, and France take on Luka Modric and Croatia in the FIFA World Cup final. Coverage begins Sunday, 7 a.m. Pacific. We're streaming it live on the Fox Sports app.
New pitcher is Phil Maton.
Recalled from AAA El Paso on Monday with the Chihuahuas had a nice 2.84 ERA. Phil's 19th game in the big leagues. A little high on the walks. Got to curb those walks.
Kyle Schwarber pinch hitting here and taking ball one. .247, 17 home runs, 39 runs batted in for Schwarber into his 81st game of the year. Off until now tonight. Shift is in play, and it's Suaje from short right. His throw is going to be close. Whoa. And it is in time. We'll wait for Hosmer to get to the bag, and then that's a pretty long throw there from right field there for Suaje. One down.
Yeah, Hosmer playing literally on the cut of the grass. Carlos is ready. Gets him by a half step.
One down here in the 7th inning, top of the order. Anthony Rizzo. A shift on Rizzo as well, who takes strike one. StatCast powered by AWS. Maton takes over for Clayton Richard here in the 7th inning.
You saw the majority of those percentages off the bat of Anthony Rizzo up the middle and towards the pull side towards second base. Likes to hook the ball that way.
In the air, down the left field line. Myers on the run, and Will's not going to get there. Gets by him to the track of the wall. Rizzo heads for second, and without a problem is standing at second base. His second hit, first double of the night.
I'll tell you what, that's one of the great things about this game of baseball. You come to the ballpark and you never know what you're going to see. This ball is outer half. It looked like that was Anthony's intent. We just showed you StatCast. Majority up the middle, pull side, and what do you know? He goes down the left field line, that ball slicing away from Will Myers for the double. You just never know.
Cubs are 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position tonight. They got Rizzo at second, one away here in the 7th inning. Strike one over the outside corner. Strike two, swinging strike, 0-2. Curveball from Maton. More action for the Padres. Kirby Yates now up in the pen. Rizzo at second base. Suaje keeping him close. Blocked nicely by Hedges.
Very nice. We've seen a lot of that. That never gets old. Austin Hedges smothering and recovering. 2 strikes, the breaking ball, anticipated, get in the position, knock it down. Perfect.
To short and picked there by Galvis on a hop. He throws to first for out number 2. The soft liner that ends up short hopping Galvis, but he throws out Almora 2 down.
And as a runner, you got to freeze. He went back. Clean pick, clean throw. First job as a base runner. That ball's in front of you. First of all, to your right. Retreat back to the bag. Mainly so you don't get doubled off, but that one was picked for the 6-3 play.
Chris Bryant now bats with Rizzo at second base, 2 away, a time call. Bryant will ground this one towards short. Galvis on the run, off balance throw that is in time. Freddie Galvis, nice play from shortstop to end the inning. The Cubs leave a runner at second base. This game is tied 3-3. It's time now for the Arco game break with Mike Pomerantz and Mark Sweeney.
All right, gents, thank you very much. Arco.
To the bottom of the 7th inning, and new pitcher on now for the Cubs as Justin Wilson becomes the third arm used by Joe Madden in this game.
Well, for the Chicago Cubs, they have 3 left-handers. Wilson, usually an 8th inning guy with the tie score here, high leverage situation. 41st game for the right-hander. A little high on the walks, 26 in 37 and 2/3 inning work, but there's a strikeout in that arm as well. Really good splits. And Wilson will throw the 4-seam fastball. He throws a cutter as well. A lot of sinkers and sliders.
Now it'll be the top of the Padres order. Travis Jankowski, Carlos Asuaje, and Will Myers anticipated in the inning. Takes over for Steve Cishek, who went an inning giving up a hit. No runs, no walks, and struck out 2. So Wilson becomes the third pitcher for the Cubs. Jankowski tonight's been aboard 3 times. He has singled, homered, and reached on a fielder's choice. Chris Bryant, third baseman, on the grass at third. As Jankowski takes strike 1. Well placed fastball at 94 miles an hour.
Yeah, he's kind of over the top left-hander, getting some good downward plane. Always working from the stretch.
Went around 0-2.
Kind of a short armor as well.
And that's strike 3. Made quick work of Travis Jankowski. 1 down here in the 7th inning.
Fastball inside corner. Contreras wanted that down and away. That's a good old-fashioned 4-seamer, inner half. Good pitch. Really good pitch.
One down for Carlos Asuaje. Lines one to right, and that's going to get in. Asuaje with a base hit with one down here in the 7th inning.
Well, Wilson made short work of Travis Jankowski, but quickly answering back is Carlos Asuaje with a clean single to right. And there's going to be a meeting on the mound.
Joe Madden, the manager, headed out here, and he will take the baseball. Pitching change, one down in the 7th inning, tied at 3.
The MLB All-Star Game Tuesday at 4:30 Pacific, only on Fox, or stream it live on the Fox Sports app.
Runner at first, one down, 7th inning tie game. And you got the big guys coming up, Myers and Hosmer. With a new pitcher on for the Cubs, Carl Edwards Jr. into the game.
Good arm action from this kid, the right-hander, 29th game. And the strikeouts are eye-popping. 44 and 26 and 2/3. And 13 walks and really good splits from Carl Edwards Jr. Nice ERA. Use him in the 7th, 8th. He inherits one runner.
One out, one on. That runner is Asuaje, held on at first base by Anthony Rizzo. And here's Will Myers. Snap to the first, and Asuaje back to the bag. Contreras not afraid to throw to any base. Had that front door open and went down to first base. One 0 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Edwards Jr., the 4th Cubs pitcher of the night. Popped up foul off to the right, out of play.
Whenever a reliever comes into a game, especially late, tight like this one, I always look at innings pitched and the home runs given up. Well, going into this game for Edwards Jr., 26 and 2/3, he's only given up 2 home runs.
Came off the DL with a shoulder problem. He struck out 4 of 6 batters since returning. And is ahead of Myers here, 1-2. Myers gets a piece, cueing a foul off the end of the bat into the Padres dugout. Hosmer waiting on deck. Padres batting bottom of the 7th. Tie game. Both teams with 3 runs, both teams with 7 hits. Close pitch just missed outside. And a curveball from Edwards. 2-2. Myers strikes out. Fastball foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. 2 down in the 7th inning.
Big strikeout for Edwards Jr. Chalk up another one. He went to the top rung of the ladder. That's got cut fastball action to it, although it looks pretty straight on the 4-seam side.
Two down, runner at first, and it brings up Eric Hosmer. Hosmer tonight has grounded into a fielder's choice, struck out and grounded out. Flips it foul off to the left, out of play. Inning started with Justin Wilson, who struck out Jankowski. Gave up the single to Carlos Asuaje. Wilson left. Edwards Jr. came in. Strikes out Myers, and now ahead of Hosmer, 0-1. Fouled off to the left, out of play.
Well, Eric's got to do a really nice job here protecting the 2 strikes. Curveball. You know when you talk about something that hasn't happened in a long time and it usually comes to fruition? Eric Hosmer hasn't hit a home run since June 12th. Just
there
saying.
You go. Just saying. See what happens here. Has 9 on the year. Asuaje gains his lead, held on by Rizzo at first base. Runner goes. Hosmer swings and strikes out to end the inning. We head to the 8th, tied at 3.
Polanco His 14th home run of the year. This one a bomb. 7-3. Pirates dropping the Brewers tonight, Mark.
Yeah, you see the 14th home run. Listen, the Pittsburgh Pirates are the dangerous team that you got to worry about. Obviously not in the mix right now, but they are talented, and no one wants to play them, especially with that power of Polanco.
That's a great point. Just to play irritant, if nothing else, right now, and it definitely has an impact on what you're seeing out there tonight, because coming into action, the Cubs are just behind the Brewers in that division, and they could make up ground if the Padres can't stop them short tonight. Mark and I working on Padres Live, the postgame show, brought to you by Cox Communications. When we see you after the final out, we'll break down what happened out here today. We'll get you set for game 2 of this 3-game series. Don, Mark?
All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much as we play along here to inning number 8. And Kirby Yates into the game here for the Padres for this 8th inning.
Well, it's his game to win. If he can hold them right here, and the Padres score 1 or 2 in their half, he is having one heck of a year. And the minuscule ERA at 1.51. More strikeouts than innings pitched. Well, lefty's hitting at a 308 clip, but overall, he's good to go.
Javier Baez going to lead it off here for the Cubs in the 8th inning. Baez with a double in the 2nd inning. Came around to score the first Cubs run. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the 3rd before walking in the 5th inning. 2-0. Clayton Richard went 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, 2 earned. Phil Maton pitches the 7th, gives up a double. It's 3 ground ball outs. Big swing and a miss for Baez. 2-1.
Well, Kirby should be fresh and ready to go. Last time out was on Tuesday. There's a splitty way out in front of it. Good location on the outer half. Only went a 1/3 of an inning. And in that 1/3 of an inning, he struck out a Dodger.
Foul back, 2-2. 95 on the fastball. Baez now, Contreras waiting on deck for Chicago here in the 8th inning. Struck him out, 1 down in the 8th inning.
Kirby Yates has great confidence in that split finger fastball of his, and here it is again. Throw it to the heart of the plate, let the ball do the work, and Baez swings right over the top of it.
1 down in the 8th, and it brings up Wilson Contreras. Fastball for strike 1. Contreras tonight struck out looking in the 2nd inning. He walked in the 4th inning. Or striking out swinging in the 5th inning. The crowd tonight, 38,988. 38-988 for game 1 of this 3-game series between the Padres and the Cubs. Petco Park in San Diego. Swing and a miss. A little extra there. 96. Hardest ball he's thrown. 1-2.
Yeah, we've seen consistent 95. Kirby reaching back for a little extra.
Fouled off. We'll do it again. 2-2. Ferris now. Addison Russell next as the Cubs bat here in the visiting half of the 8th inning. There is Addison Russell. And that's strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kirby Yates. 2 down in the 8th inning.
It's almost a pitch that Kirby Yates can tell the hitters it's coming, but because of the movement, it's really tough to square it up. He can throw the one for the strike. He can throw the one down in the zone for a ball with 2 strikes, and another good result. Back-to-back punchies.
2 down for Addison Russell. Russell walked in the 2nd inning, flied out to right in the 4th, walked in the 6th inning. Chops one to 3rd, picked by Villanueva. Fires on the run, and in time to retire Russell. To the bottom of the 8th, tied at 3. Javier Baez on this grounder up the middle. A great play, backhanded. Able to get that out at second base. 4-6 on the force out.
You know, they talk about teams that are successful and strong up the middle. We've heard it ever since you learned about this game of baseball. Catcher, short, second, center field. A team that is strong up the middle usually has some success, and they're fun to watch.
Christian Villanueva leads it off here in the bottom of the 8th inning in a tie game. 0 for 3 in the game. He has flied to right twice and struck out swinging.
See it being away, we can get a good fastball right here, turn it around.
Villanueva has flied to right on 2 occasions. Last time up, struck out swinging. So 0 for 3 night for the Padres' third baseman. 2-1. Two and 2. A wrinkle in that.
Yeah, good yacker right there from Edwards Jr. at 79. Great rotation. 12-6 on that curveball off the plate, and Christian way out in front of it.
Villanueva strikes out for the first out of the bottom of the 8th inning. Let's revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by our San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, I was going pitching tonight. Chatwood versus Richard. Take a walk with Chatwood. Remember, he's been having difficulty throwing strikes. 3 walks, a couple of strikeouts in 5 innings. And Richard remained grounded. 10 ground outs in 6 innings for Clayton. Throw some double plays in there as well.
One down here in the 8th inning brings up Freddie Galvis. Now, Carl Edwards Jr. has faced 3 hitters and has struck them all out. Struck out Myers and Hosmer back-to-back to end the 7th. Opens the 8th by striking out Christian Villanueva. Jammed and pops it up foul. Galvis down 1-2. Galvis now, Margot next. Padres batting here in the last half of the 8th. A little bit high, 2-2.
Coming into this game, Edwards Jr. 26 and 2. There's only 18 hits. 8 earned runs.
Galvis strikes out. That's 4 strikeouts in a row for Carl Edwards Jr. 2 down here in the 8th.
And this one with the curveball, the number 2. The 12-6er, the nose to toes. Off the table. Uncle Charlie. Got the mid-90s fastball and that really good curveball.
2 down brings up Manuel Margot. Strike 1. Margot walked in the 2nd inning, grounded out to 3rd in the 4th, popped out to 2nd base in the 6th inning. Margot lines this down the right field line, a fair ball to the corner. Manuel will head to 2nd base. Sobra's throw goes that way, but it's a double with 2 down in the 8th inning for Margot. Go ahead run in scoring position for the Padres here in the 8th inning.
That's a good job of swinging that shillelagh. 93. It looks like the ball had a little cut to it. Yes, sirree. And taking it exactly where that was pitched. Yeah, Manuel tries to pull that ball and nothing going on. There's no action. Rattle around in that corner, and that is a stand-up double for Manuel Margot.
Chance here for Austin Hedges to put the Padres on top. He's had a good night tonight. A 2-hit night. A single to right, a single to left. And 2 for 3 in this ball game. Takes ball 1.
I think that's the blueprint that these Padre hitters have to take against Edwards Jr. Take him the other way. He's got that cut fastball. He's got that curveball. Now, if you get a curveball, a hanger, middle in, that's something you can turn on.
2-0. Go ahead run in scoring position at second base in Margot. 2 down in the 8th inning. Hedges takes the strike and it's 2-1. Over the curveball there did Edwards.
We are seeing a good battle of the bullpens tonight. Chicago, number 2 in the National League. Padres, number 4 in the National League. 3.04 ERA for the Cubs, 3.63 ERA for the Pods.
Hedges fouls it back to the screen, and now it's 2-2. 2 of the last 3 games where the Cubs have gone into extra frames. Brian Dunsing, who they just activated before the ball game tonight, now warming in the pen. Right hand up in the pen for the Padres. Time call, and the catcher Contreras going out here to talk to Edwards. Javier Baez, second baseman, will join the conversation at the base of the hill.
Series of signs from the catcher. You don't want to get crossed up. Seen that many times. Certain sequence from Contreras to Edwards Jr. And you know, with the shadow in the catcher's crouch and you got the gray pants, sometimes it's tough to see as well.
2-2 pitch. Hedges strikes out. Edwards gets him. Where'd he get a piece? He got a piece. Fouled it off.
There's the curveball. Yeah, just a little bit, and Contreras cannot hold on. That's one of those plays where you can't practice. It just finds the glove or it bounces around and you get another hack at it.
So another chance here for Austin Hedges with 2 down. Bounces in, ball 3. Edwards started when he came in here by striking out the first 4 Padres that he faced in the game. Myers, Hosmer, Villanueva, Galvis. For the double by Margot's at second base, representing the go-ahead run with 2 down here in the 8th inning. Payoff pitch coming here to Austin Hedges. Lines one down the left field line, foul. Now the head was Hedges. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up here. Jose Perella has come out on deck. The bat for Kirby Yates.
You know, Austin's had a couple good looks at that curveball from Edwards Jr. If you leave one hanging, let it travel a little bit, you can do some damage if it's up in the zone. And speaking of up in the zone, Edwards has got that 95-96 fastball he can go to as well.
Hedges takes it to right. Zobrist coming in. That's going to fall for a hit. Here comes Margot. Here comes the throw, and he is safe. Padres take the lead, throw to second, and he is safe there as well. Padres take a 4-3 lead in the 8th. Austin Hedges with an outstanding at-bat drives in the go-ahead run. Third hit of the night for Austin Hedges, and none bigger than this one.
We just witnessed one of the better battles against a really good reliever, and Austin Hedges breaking the tie with a little duck snort to right. 2 outs. They are running. The race is on. Zobrist, no way throwing out Go-Go Margot, and another runner in scoring position.
Here comes Joe Madden as Perella was introduced to pinch hit. And Madden's going to make a change. Padres have taken a 4-3 lead. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Time now for the Carl's Jr. star of the game, and Austin Hedges drives in the go-ahead run in the 8th. Base hit the other way. Scores Manuel Margot.
That was a battle. Boy, I tell you what, Edwards Jr., 4 strikeouts. He's got that nasty curveball, that cut fastball, and Austin Hedges, who says you have to hit it on the sweet spot, right? Off the plate, off the end of the bat, RBI.
Intentional walk here for Jose Perella, the no-throw kind. And they'll go after Travis Jankowski as Carl Edwards Jr. gives up the go-ahead run. He's pitching great, too. He retired 4 in a row, all by way of the K before the double by Margot, and then the go-ahead single by Hedges. So Brian Dunsing, the new pitcher, and Jankowski bunts at it, fouls it off.
Well, 36th game for Brian Dunsing. He was just off the DL today. He was on the 10-day DL. Left shoulder fatigue. High on the walks. 20 walks in 26 innings in the very high ERA. Tough to bring that down as a reliever, especially as a specialist out of the bullpen.
Fouled off, 0-2. Looking ahead to the top of the 9th inning. Brad Hand, of course, part of the equation, but you got Ben Zobrist, Ian Happ, and then the pitcher spot due for the Cubs. Bouncing in and nicely blocked by Contreras.
Breaking ball slider way out in front of home plate, and that ball's going to check back up. Smother it, check the runner.
Hedges single, took second on the throw. Padres would love to obtain some insurance now here in the 8th inning that they've grabbed the lead. On top 4-3. And another conference at the mound here between Contreras and Dunsing. The right side of the infield will join the conversation.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Hedges at second. Perella at first. 2 down here in the 8th. Jankowski fouls it off to the left and will do it again. 1-2. Well, Travis with a home run back in the second inning. A 2-run shot, his second of the year. And at the time put the Padres on top 3-2.
That was a bolt.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Jankowski with 2 on, a run in. Play for him to go the other way. The center fielder Almora Jr. into left center. Lots of green grass out there in right center. Foul back again, and we'll do it again. 2-2. That is strike 3. Jankowski strikes out to end the inning, but the Padres get the go-ahead run. We go to the 9th, 4-3 San Diego.
Play it hard every day and just do the best you can. I mean, you never take any day for granted, and I still look there every time I step on the field. I'm very fortunate to be here and just enjoy the game.
Tune in tonight for a brand new episode of Padres POV as Lisa and Matt Strom surprise some softball little leaguers. He gets asked all the tough questions as a special youth baseball and softball edition of Padres POV.
Padres have a 4-3 lead to the 9th inning, and the closer Brad Hand into the game. And Zobrist, the first Cub he will face. He'll take ball 1. 24 out of 28 for Hand.
On his way to his second consecutive All-Star game. 95-96 on the fastball, on that slider that bites like a mule. He can throw it any time.
Zobrist swings and misses, and the bat goes flying over by the on-deck circle. Ian Happ will retrieve that lumber.
Tell you what, you got to be heads up on deck in the dugout. That's gnarly.
It's throwing the knob right there.
Yeah.
To left field. Myers going back to the track to make the catch, round number 1. Zobrist gives it a ride, but there's one out in the 9th inning.
Slider into the swing path of Ben Zobrist, and maybe just a little bit too quick, maybe? Or did it get in on him a little bit? Just enough room for Will Myers to haul it in.
One down in the 9th inning, and it brings up Ian Happ. His single drove in 2 runs back in the 2nd inning. One for 3 tonight. He's also grounded out and struck out. 0 for 1 in his career against Brad Hand. Strike 1. Victor Caratini has come out on deck for the Cubs to bat in the pitcher's spot. Strike 2. Grounded back to Hand. He'll run a bit, flip to first, 2 down in the 9th inning.
Brad Hand, even though he's got that leg kick, good fielding position, nice 2-handed grab, the 1-3 play. 2/3 of the way there.
2 outs, 9th inning. Victor Caratini coming up to pinch hit. In the pitcher's spot with 2 down in the 9th. Padres on top by a run. 275 hitter, no homers, 6 RBIs. Strike 1. In the dirt, almost hit him, and it evens at 1-1. Went to the slider that time. Zobrist flied out to the warning track. Happ grounded back to the mound, 2 down. Ball and a strike to Caratini. Did he go? No. We'll check with DJ Rayburn, first base umpire. And Hand falls behind, 2-1.
That's a tough pitch to lay off. Tough for any pinch hitter off the bench to face a closer like Brad Hand.
Three and 1. Top of the order. Anthony Rizzo waiting on deck. There are 2 outs here in the 9th.
Well, Caratini, the switch hitter, is 2 for 10 in the pinch this year.
And he hits him. Got him with the fastball. With 2 down, Caratini hit by the pitch.
Well, the last thing that Brad Hatton wanted to do, just yanks a fastball on the left calf. When you've got those feet planted, you're looking for a pitch. Really tough to move those feet. Get out of the way.
Jason Hayward is going to pinch run at first base. Representing the tying run with 2 down here in the 9th inning. Top of the order, Anthony Rizzo. 1 for 5 against Brad Hand in his career. Ball 1. Ball 2. Behind Caratini before he hit him. Now behind Rizzo, 2-0. That's a strike on the outside corner. Goes to the slider to get it. It's 2-1.
And he just hit that outside corner on that 82-mile-an-hour slider.
Ball 3, 3-1. Trouble locating that fastball. Got the first 2 outs before hitting the pinch hitter Caratini. Hayward's pinch running now. Albert Almora Jr. waiting on deck for the Cubs here in the 9th inning.
It's been a while since Brad has been out there as well.
That is strike 2. Big pitch right there. And again, it's to the slider he goes. Full count. Runner at first, and Hayward can get a start. The Friar faithful stand as 1 at Petco Park. In the air to left center field. On the move is Margot. He's not going to get it. Gets down to the track of the wall. Here comes Hayward all the way around to tie the game. A double for Anthony Rizzo to the gap in left center field, and the Cubs have tied it up. Blown save for Brad Hand.
Anthony Rizzo went out and got a slider. Looked like, if taken, possibly a ball. That's the 2nd time tonight that Rizzo has gone the opposite way. Going into this ball game, hitless his last 19 at-bats. First 2 at-bats tonight, offers, single, double, double. Anthony Rizzo saving the best for last here in the 9th.
Now Albert Almora Jr. with a go-ahead run in scoring position for the Cubs. Take strike one. Anthony Rizzo, a huge double with 2 down and 2 strikes on him. Ties this game at 4-aside in the 9th. That is strike 2. Pedro Strop up in the pen. So is the closer Morrow. Swing and a miss. It gets away. Or did he get a piece? No, he did not. He strikes out. That will end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Cubs have tied it up 4-4. This game is now tied 4-4 as Anthony Rizzo comes up with a big double. And we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Suaje, Myers, and Hosmer anticipated. Pedro Strop, the new pitcher, in now for the Cubs.
Now the right-hander enters his 39th game. Decent ERA at 2.4. And almost a strikeout per innings pitched. And decent splits for Pedro Strop. Guy's got a live arm. 96-97 on the fastball. Usually 2 seams that fastball. Also works in a slider as well.
Carlos Suaje to lead it off in the bottom of the 9th inning in a tie game. Goes around for strike 1. Defensive changes for the Cubs, and they have shifted around their entire outfield. Hayward stays in the game in right field. Happ moves from left to center, and Zobrist goes from right to left. Suaje grounds it foul. Carlos has been on 3 times tonight, 2 singles and a walk. as he'll take ball one. Strop is the 6th pitcher used tonight by the Cubs. Their starter, Tyler Chatwood, not part of the decision. But the first 5 innings is a grounder foul. So Myers waiting on deck, and then Hosmer expected here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss, and Aswahe strikes out to open up the bottom of the 9th.
Well, I mentioned it earlier that 2 good bullpens battling it out right here as we take a look at this 96 out of the hand of Strop. He's only allowed just 4 runs in 38 outings this year for Pedro Strop, and you can see why. He's got the live fastball and that wipeout slider to go along with it.
One down in the 9th inning for Will Myers. Takes strike 1. Eleven strikeouts for Padres hitters in the game tonight. Strike 2.
It's a good pitch. That slider biting straight down. Good tilt.
Myers strikes out. Back-to-back Ks in the 9th for Strop. 2 down.
Went back to the slider, and this time just off the plate a little bit. Expanded that strike zone.
Two down now for Eric Hosmer. Hosmer tonight 0 for 4 in the game, has struck out twice. Bouncing in for ball 2. Two and 2. Outfield, kind of that no doubles defense. They are backed up all the way around. Zobrist, Tapp, and Hayward in the outfield very deep. Hosmer strikes out. Strop strikes out the side. Bonus baseball tonight from Petco, tied at 4. Inning. Padres moving on to their 5th pitcher of the night. Adam Simber comes into the game. Takes over for Brad Hand after the blown save. He's into his 41st game of the year. 3.11 earned run average. 49 strikeouts and 9 walks. And really tough on righties. 196 average for right-handers. And it will be Chris Bryant who leads it off here against Adam Simber. 3rd night in a row that Simber has come into a game. First time he has done that. Bryant tonight 1 for 4 with an RBI double. And a grounder hit down the 3rd baseline. Villanueva's off-balance throw is going to be in time. Nice play by Hosmer on the other side. The fancy footwork to get Bryant.
That's picking up your infielders. You know, the Gold Glove, not only because of the picking, saving the errors for your infielders, but you're right, Don. It's the footloose and fancy free work of Eric Hosmer at first base. Now, this isn't as easy as it looks. He's got that runner coming down the line. He's got to concentrate on that baseball to the glove. That's not an easy play.
1 down for Javier Baez. Baez doubled back in the 2nd inning. Got it into a fielder's choice, walked and struck out. On the ground towards 3rd, and that ball is going to be a fair ball, and reaching is Baez. Villanueva let it roll. I think he hit the bag.
John, you're exactly right. That ball did hit 3rd base.
One out, one on, and Baez may have hurt himself running down that first base line. Stretching it out now. One out, one on. Contreras 0 for 3. Struck out 3 times in this game. They check on Baez right away. Runner goes. Contreras takes a pitch high. Throw is high into center field. So Baez just keeps on going to 3rd base. A bobble there for Margot. And now he's going to try and score. And he will. Disaster for the Padres.
Wow.
Stolen base, E2, E8.
There's the airmail, that's E2. And that's just lack of concentration, not concentrating on fielding that ball cleanly. Maybe a little bit too quick off the heel. And just like that, Cubs break the tie. Wow.
Amazing turn of events here tonight. Padres went into the 9th inning with a 1-run lead. Now trailed by a run here in the 10th. One out, base is empty for Wilson Contreras, who waits on a 2-2 from Simber. Fouls it off to the right out of play.
You can almost smell that stolen base coming too. You know the Cubs are trying to do something, put that runner in motion, force the hand of the Padres, and it worked to their advantage.
On the ground towards Aswahe at second base for the second out of the 10th inning.
Off and running. Flash look. Baez with a traditional pop-up slide. Sees the ball getting away. Now he's giving up a little bit. Now he sees daylight again. He turns it on. He makes things happen.
2 down, bases empty for Addison Russell. Takes strike 1. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 10th inning. Villanueva, Galvis, and Margot scheduled to bat in the inning. Morrow getting ready in the pen. Towards second base, Aswahe again. His throw in time, inning over. But the Cubs have pulled ahead 5-4 to the bottom of the 10th. Padres defense as Brandon Morrow, the closer, into the game now for the Cubs.
20 out of 22 for Brandon Morrow, the former Padre. Nice ERA of 1.57. The live fastball is there. 29 strikeouts and 28 plus innings. Only 9 walks for the right-hander.
Job by Pedro Strop, striking out the side in order in the 9th. Aswahe, Myers, and Hosmer. Christian Villanueva will lead it off for the Padres in the bottom of the 10th inning.
Well, Brandon Morrow, first Cub with 20 saves pre-All-Star break since Kerry Wood had 24 back in 2008.
Villanueva 0 for 4 tonight, has flied out twice to right, has struck out twice, both times swinging. Thirteen strikeouts tonight for Padres hitters. There is strike 1, 2-1. 97 from Morrow. Close pitch, 3-1. On the ground up the middle into center field. A base hit for Villanueva to start things here in the 10th inning.
It's been a seesaw battle. We've seen errors, we've seen balls put in play, we've seen good defense. This one down by the label, taking it right up the center of the diamond, not even close to make an effort for any of the middle infielders for the Cubs. And just like that, the winning run comes to the plate.
Freddie Galvis coming up here, the runner at first. Galvis 0 for 4 in the ball game. Popped up, right side. Baez makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 away, and that'll bring up Manuel Margot. His bobble in center field in the top half of this, the 10th inning, was the second miscue on the same play. It allowed Baez to score and give the Cubs a 5-4 lead. Looking to atone for that miscue right here with 1 out in the 10th. His walk grounded out, popped out, and doubled. Takes strike 1. Chop to first. It's a fair ball out there. Go to second, hits Villanueva in the back. And he is safe at second base. They do get the out of Margot, with a tying run in scoring position now for the Padres.
You know, Anthony Rizzo, after he stepped on first base, tag play is in order at second base, and he didn't really create a lane to throw. Watch him as he catches this ball, stays on the bag, and then almost uses first base as a pitcher's rubber and just drills Villanueva in the back. He had a lane on the left side with Russell throwing, but just yanks that one. And the Padres stay alive here.
Austin Hedges has been a hero once tonight. Put the Padres on top in the bottom of the 8th inning with a single to right field. Now he takes strike 1 in the 10th inning. Got the tying run in scoring position. Ball and a strike to Hedges. And a 3-hit night for him. Not only that single gave the Padres the lead in the 8th, a single in the 6th, a single in the 4th. One and two.
Good slider. We've seen breaking balls from Edwards Jr. We saw Strope sliders. Now we see a Morrow slider. A chance for the right-hander to expand the zone here.
One-two pitch to Austin Hedges. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the Cubs take game 1. Padres leave Villanueva at second base and drop this one to the Cubs tonight, 5-4 in 10 innings. A tough one to swallow tonight. It's time for Padres Live. Mike Pomerantz, what's in store?
Well, we are almost to the All-Star break, so we'll get you set for the final 2 games of this series against the Cubbies. You'll hear from Andy Green, and we've got Padres POV following us immediately, so you'll get a preview of that in moments.